Once upon a time, deep in the heart of a lush, ancient forest, there lived a wise old owl named Oliver. Oliver wasn't just any ordinary owl, he was known far and wide for his wisdom, and animals from every corner of the forest sought his counsel. Despite his age, his eyes were sharp and bright, and he had a calm, reassuring presence that comforted those who came to him with their problems. Oliver lived in the tallest oak tree in the forest, high above where the other animals roamed. From this vantage point, he could see everything that happened in the forest: the sunrise over the hills, the flowing rivers, the blooming flowers, and even the tiny insects bustling about in the undergrowth. More than anything, though, Oliver observed the relationships between the animals, their friendships, arguments, and the ways they supported one another. One fine morning, as the sun gently rose over the forest, two very different animals approached Oliver's tree. A squirrel named Felix and a hare named Lily. They had been best friends for as long as anyone could remember. They spent every day together, playing, exploring, and sharing secrets. Felix was quick-witted and energetic, while Lily was calm and thoughtful. Despite their differences, they complemented each other perfectly until recently. For the past few weeks, Felix and Lily had been arguing constantly. The once joyful chatter between them had turned into bickering and frustration. Felix had started to believe that Lily wasn't interested in their friendship anymore, and Lily thought Felix was too impatient and no longer cared about her feelings. They had come to Oliver because they didn't know how to fix their friendship and were worried they might lose each other forever. When they reached the base of Oliver's tree, they looked up at him with pleading eyes. "Wise Oliver," Felix began, "we need your help. Lily and I have been arguing so much lately, and it feels like we're drifting apart. We don't want to lose our friendship, but we don't know what to do." Lily nodded in agreement. "Please, Oliver, can you help us?" Oliver, who had been quietly listening, nodded his head slowly. He thought for a moment before speaking. "Friendship," he began, "is like the tallest tree in this forest. It starts as a small seed, but with care, patience, and understanding, it grows into something strong and unshakable. However, just like any tree, it must be nurtured. When storms come, the tree's roots must be deep and strong to weather them. But if it is not tended to, even the strongest tree can wither." Felix and Lily looked at each other, unsure of what Oliver meant. Sensing their confusion, the wise owl smiled gently and spread his wings. "Come with me," he said, and with a great flap of his wings, he flew down from his perch and landed gracefully before them. "I want to show you something." The two friends followed Oliver deeper into the forest, away from the familiar paths they usually took. As they walked, Oliver spoke softly, telling them stories of the different animals that lived in the forest and the bonds they shared. His words floated through the air like a gentle breeze, and slowly, Felix and Lily felt their hearts begin to lighten. After some time, they arrived at a small clearing. In the center of the clearing stood a grand, ancient tree. Its bark was thick and rough, and its branches stretched high into the sky, covered in lush green leaves. It was clear that this tree had weathered many years of storms, and yet, it stood tall and proud. "This," said Oliver, "is the tree of friendship. Long ago, two animals planted it as a symbol of their bond. Over the years, the tree grew stronger, just as their friendship did. But like this tree, their friendship was not without its challenges. There were storms that tried to tear it apart, droughts that threatened to weaken it, and other forces that could have caused it to wither. But the animals cared for it just as they cared for each other. And now, it stands tall, a testament to the strength of their friendship." Lily stepped closer to the tree, gently placing her paw on the rough bark. "It's beautiful," she whispered. Felix, standing beside her, looked up at the tree's towering branches. "But what does this have to do with us?" Oliver smiled again. "Just like this tree, your friendship has grown over the years. But now, you are facing a storm, a challenge that is testing the strength of your bond. It's natural for friends to argue and to feel frustrated with each other. But if you truly value your friendship, you must work together to weather the storm." Felix and Lily both looked down at their feet, feeling a pang of guilt. They had been so caught up in their disagreements that they had forgotten how much they valued each other. Oliver continued, his voice calm and soothing. "A strong friendship requires three things: trust, understanding, and forgiveness. Trust is the roots of the tree, holding it firmly in place. Understanding is the trunk, keeping the tree steady and strong. And forgiveness is the leaves, which allow the tree to grow and flourish, even after it has been damaged. Felix thought for a moment before speaking. I've been quick to judge Lily without trying to understand her side of things. I guess I haven't been the best friend lately. And I haven't been patient with Felix, Lily added softly. I've let small things get to me without thinking about how he might be feeling. Oliver nodded approvingly. You see, friendship isn't about never having disagreements. It's about how you handle those disagreements when they arise. If you can communicate with each other openly, trust each other, and forgive each other's mistakes, your friendship will continue to grow strong, just like this tree. Lily smiled and turned to Felix. I'm sorry for being so impatient with you. I should have tried harder to understand what was going on. Felix smiled back. And I'm sorry for not being more considerate of your feelings. I value our friendship too much to let it fall apart. Oliver's heart swelled with pride as he watched the two friends embrace. They had come to him looking for answers, but in the end, they had found the solution within themselves. Friendship, after all, is not something that can be fixed by anyone else, it's something that can only be strengthened by the friends themselves. Before they left the clearing, Oliver spoke one final time. Remember, Felix and Lily, your friendship is precious. Take care of it, nurture it, and it will continue to grow strong for years to come. And whenever you feel like the storm is too strong, think of the tree of friendship. It has stood tall for generations, and so can your bond. With grateful hearts, Felix and Lily thanked Oliver for his wisdom. They walked back through the forest, side by side, feeling lighter and happier than they had in weeks. As they made their way home, they talked and laughed, just like they used to, knowing that their friendship had been tested but had come out stronger on the other side. And so, the wise old owl's lesson on friendship lived on in the hearts of Felix and Lily, and in every animal that passed through the forest. Whenever they faced challenges in their relationships, they remembered Oliver's words: trust, understanding, and forgiveness. Those were the roots, the trunk, and the leaves of every strong friendship. And as for the tree of friendship, it continued to stand tall in the heart of the forest, a symbol of enduring bonds and the power of friendship, no matter what storms may come.